Hey guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video. The top 10 coasters at Carowinds. Now Carowinds, they're a great amusement park. They have some great coasters. You probably already know them already, but this is my opinion on what their coasters are from 10th to 1st. Number 10 is Ricochet, which is a wild mouse coaster at this park. Now Ricochet, what's cool about this coaster, it has some cool boardwalk theming, so I'm not gonna be too mad at this coaster for being a wild mouse because it has some nice theming to go along with the wild mouse experience. Number 9 is Woodstock Express, and this is the family wooden coaster of the park. It has some decent airtime moments. I've heard that from Ken the Coaster fan, that there are a few pops of airtime. Not sure if there is or not, but this is a nice coaster for the families to introduce kids to wooden coasters. Number 8 is Hurler, and this is the only thrilling wooden coaster of the park, and there's not really too much that's any good about it. It is kind of smooth though, which is good, and there are a few okay airtime moments, so yeah, overall Hurler could be a better ride. But let's move on to number 7, which is Nighthawk, which is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman, and I've heard that this coaster could give a rougher ride, but to me, a rough flying coaster sometimes could be very bad or very good. So I'm not really sure how rough Nighthawk is for real because I haven't rode it yet, but Nighthawk overall, it does provide a rougher experience than Firehawk or Batwing, but still a decent coaster, if not a bad ride. Number 6 is Vortex, and this coaster, depending on how you're positioned in the ride, you can have a good experience or a bad experience. This coaster has some nice inversions, a vertical loop and a corkscrew, as well as some nice sharp turns spread throughout the ride. The only problem is that this ride isn't the longest ride out there, but overall, this is a nice stand-up coaster, and this is the last stand-up coaster in the Cedar Fair chain. But I think in a few years, I think this will be a flawless coaster and land in the top 5 at Carowinds. Number 5 is Carolina Cyclone, and this is the aero looper of the park. Some people say this could rank a lot lower because it's kind of rough. I totally get that, but I really like aero loopers. This coaster has some fun vertical loops. The double corkscrew looks okay as well. This just looks like a solid coaster to have at Carowinds. It's a classic, has some nice elements for its time, and this was the first coaster to feature 4 inversions, which is awesome. Number 4 is the Flying Cobras, and this is the Vekoma Boomerang of Carowinds. It's being called the Flying Cobras as of 2017. As of 2016, it's Carolina Cobra. Either way, it's a Vekoma Boomerang, has some nice vest restraints, so there's no head banging. There's a traditional Cobra roll and vertical loop. You transfer through those elements twice because you go forwards and backwards through them. It's a cool experience, and overall, Carolina Cobra is a solid ride. Now we're in the top 3, and 3rd place is Afterburn. This is the B&M invert at Carowinds, and it's an awesome coaster, has some intense elements, and it's just a very fun coaster to have at Carowinds, and it's considered the best B&M invert, if not one of the best. Number 2 is Intimidator, and this is the B&M Hypercoaster of Carowinds. I have overlooked this coaster way too many times because this coaster is awesome. It has some awesome floater airtime moments, and it's just a very good airtime filled coaster. It may not be one of those crazy ejector airtime filled coasters, but it's still a great ride. Number 1 is the one, the only, Fury 325. Fury 325, awesome B&M Giga, has some great elements. It has some awesome airtime moments. It's intense. It has some sweet bank turns. You dive under a bridge. This is considered the best coaster out there. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a very, very good coaster, but sometimes it can be inconsistent. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.